Please remember to subscribe, click like, and click the bell icon for all notifications on this channel. Now, I had to watch the Delete the Elite segment with Matt Hardy again. First time I watched it, I didn't like it. Don't know why. Perhaps I was just tired. I just got off work, and maybe I needed to look at it with fresher eyes, and I just did. And it is, as Matt Hardy would say, glorious, right? He says that, right? And no, he says wonderful. I'm thinking, I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm confused with Robert Roode, but he says wonderful, right? It was wonderful. It was great. It really was. And I thought I'd play it for those of you who are watching this video, uh, which is my review and my thoughts on this week's episode of AEW Dynamite for April 8th, 2020. So I'll play the video and then I'll come back with my thoughts on AEW Dynamite.
Welcome to my humble abode. Welcome to the Hardy compound. I am on Dynamite this week to respond to what Le Hole of the Ass Chris Jericho said last week. And for some reason, he was asininely sitting in a tub that is hot in leather pants. Chris Jericho, you insulted my allies, the Elite. Let's take a look at the men you surround yourself with. Chris Jericho, the circle that is internal, the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara. He is a false god. As a matter of fact, he is also probably a fraud Latino. Can he even speak Spanish? I'm sure if I went up to him and said, ¿Qué paso?, he would respond, no hable español. And then you have proud and powerful. I would rather call them loud and devourable because I love Puerto Rican food. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into Santina and Ortiz. And then there is the big man, Jake Hager. He used to actually be smart, very intelligent, very well spoken. But you have him totally brainwashed, Jericho. A Jakenstein. If you put 2 bolts in the side of his neck, the transformation would be complete. I know the circle that is internal thinks it is going to take over all Elite Wrestling, but I will not, I cannot allow that. You tried to recruit my most loyal soldier, Vanguard 1. Never! As a matter of fact, bring me the shirt, Vanguard! Vanguard, my friend, come down. Vanguard, that is not the shirt I asked for. I mean, certainly I'm happy to see my beautiful, resplendent, magnificent, wonderful new shirt. But I was asking for that shirt that the dastardly Chris Jericho gave you. You said it's fire? Oh, dumpster fire. Yes, of course. Literally, it's a dumpster fire. This is what is going to happen to the inner circle. They are going to become a dumpster fire because they shall be broken. Myself and the Elite shall delete them! Lay hold of the ass. I have a very special offer for you. Accept my invitation. Come to the Hardy compound. Face me in the Elite Deletion!
Hole of the ass, a false god, loud and devourable, and put bolts in the side of his neck. I mean, the descriptions that Matt Hardy had for the inner circle was hilarious. Saying that Jericho was in a hot tub in leather pants. But attention to detail. I didn't even remember that. I was so focused on what do you call that? On Vanguard 1. Jeez. I almost forgot one of the most entertaining aspects of AEW. The drone. one of the most valued friends and associates of Matt Hardy. Yeah, he's chewing that up. He's eating it up really good. He's really doing what a lot of people wanted him to do in WWE. They wouldn't allow it. Well, Vince McMahon wouldn't allow it. The great part about that was when he had him, or he wanted to bring him the shirt that Jericho, you know, Jericho gave him, and then Vanguard One says to him or replies, fire, fire, you go dumpster fire, and he goes, oh yes, oh it is a dumpster fire. You see you know, you see something there. You see what do you call it, the shirt burning, and yeah, that was hilarious. That was really great. I mean, I had to watch it again. That's the third time I've seen it now. My God, it's so funny. It is great. You know, for whatever I was thinking and all the negative shit, I apologize to you, Matt Hardy. It was great. The thing about it though is that it's more entertaining here than it was when I saw it in Impact or TNA. I'm trying to remember because I remember the hype around it. So I know he was in Impact Wrestling at the time or TNA. I think it was Impact Wrestling when he was there. I do not know because I when I stopped watching TNA, it was still TNA, and they became Impact sometime later. But I checked it out, didn't enjoy it because it just seemed really over the top and not really produced or done well. His wife was annoying, singing the obsolete song, whatever she was doing, stuff like that. But here it works, and it's probably going to definitely work better here. Just my opinion, just from what I see, and it makes me want to, can't wait to see what happens with him and Jericho and the inner circle. Um, but yeah, let's get
Let's
to
go to
the
the
results of AEW Dynamite for April 8th, 2020. Started off with Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk Monster. I like Murder Hawk. I don't know why you guys say Murder Hawk Monster. Just say the Murder Hawk. That's cool. It's kind of going a little bit overboard with the monster part. Although the guy is a monster in the ring. And he pretty much took this this jobber really man he just the guy had no shot, no chance. And he took him out with what a move that he calls the blackout. It's a pretty good innovative move and a different variation of the the razor's edge, but it's a really good variation of it and a good way to kind of make the move fresh. And he gets another victory and he looks dominant. This is the one time that I see a guy going up against jobbers and he looks good doing it. It's not just like, oh my God, what another squash match for the guy, but it fits his character because it's like he fights anybody. So good on him, and yeah, he's definitely coming to his own. Now, this match, the next one was Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida, and it was a bloody match, and the blood was on the part of Britt Baker. I don't know if she broke her nose or what happened, and it was going back and forth. And I noticed that the matches between the women for singles matches are getting better and better. So whoever the guy is, or the guy or gal that's producing these matches that are, you know, you know, that are preparing these matches and all that are really doing their homework and they're making it more and more better. And I'm glad for that because this women's division is really great in AEW. They got some incredible, talented women, and it's a good thing to see. And they're going back and forth and hitting each other with some stiff moves, stiff kicks, stiff everything. And you take a look and you wonder, was Shida gonna lose? There's some instances there where Britt Breaker put on her that mandible claw, gets him in that looks like the ring of Saturn, right? It's the rings of Saturn, and then she goes and puts her hands in her opponent's mouth. And in the end, Sheeta got the victory, but it wasn't without, but she gets the victory, Sheeta, with a running knee, and it was like it was like the last nail in the coffin kind of thing for the match because it's like Britt Baker was really coming at her, and she kind of made me respect her a little bit more. She got me to kind of be on her side a little bit more, and she really showed the guts that she had. She's a really good heel. I got to give that to her. Maybe she's taking notes from her boyfriend Adam Cole. Maybe, you know. But good on Sheeta. She continues her winning way. She maintains her footing as number one contender in women's division for AEW. They kind of went over the whole bracket and the the top the top five. I guess it was like the top five or the top women and men and the women, men and tag teams. And Sheeta's still on top. And I'm waiting for the day that she faces Nyla Rose, and I think that she's gonna give Nyla Rose a run for her money. Because if Nyla Rose wasn't able to beat Riho in the tournament to crown a the very first ever champion, she's gonna have trouble with Sheeta. And before I go on to the matches, continue on. Le Champion, as Jericho likes to be called, because he says he doesn't have to be champion to have that moniker. Did really good with Tony Schiavone, and he was going back and forth and really acting like a commentator, not being Le Champion kind of a thing. Sometimes he would say things, and it's just like, he's talking from experience, and you can tell he's coming from experience, and he's talking about, the guys, the guys and the gals matches and stuff like that, and their moves, how they're doing. So he did a good job, and I kind of like that because every week they do that. They do it with Cody a bunch of times. Now they're doing it with Chris Jericho, and he did a good job. And you know, now let's look at the next match: is Best Friends versus Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa. Now Michael Nakazawa wanted to name them Best Friends after you know Kenny Omega said, let's have a name. We need a name for our team, and then he comes up with Best Friends, and Kenny Omega was like, had that look and going, no, dude, we can't say that. That's not our name. Then Orange Cassidy comes in, and then Trent comes in with Chuck Taylor, and it's like, no, that's they're like, well, we heard you. Why don't we meet in the ring and battle over that moniker? And then, in kind of like an upset victory, the Best Friends pin them or they beat them. Now, the thing about it though is who would have thought, who's really going to think that best friends are going to lose their moniker, their name? You know what I mean? It's like I was thinking like, how come? Why doesn't Kenny Omega just go with the whole tag team name he had in Japan, the Golden Lovers, right? With who was that? I forget the guy's name because I don't follow New Japan, but I know Kenny Omega, and I know that he was with that Japanese wrestler, and they were known as the Golden Lovers, right? I think that was their tag team name. It's like but yeah, that was it was a fun match. It was what it was. Now we have Brody Lee versus Lee Johnson, another jobber getting fed to the AEW guys, but it was his debut match, and the guy, for what it's worth, he gave it his all, but not enough, especially if you're going to go against the exalted one, Brody Lee. And I swear, I like Brody Lee's, his big boot, because he does it and then he slams his foot down. It almost looks like he falls, but that's like his way of delivering it, and it's kind of unique the way he does. But yeah, he gets a victory with that clothesline of his. He doesn't do that prelude with the Sister Abigail thing, and then does it. I think he did that. Some people were saying that he did that because he was kind of giving Bray a jab. I think it was like, for me and some other people too, they think it was a, what do you call it? It was just like an homage to him, kind of maybe telling them, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Because I hear that they were friends in real life. So, you know. Now they do have up next is they go with the first match in the first round of the tournament to crown the TNT champion, the first ever. It is Cody versus Shawn Spears. Now Cody, of course, he ends up winning the match, and of course, he's going to. Why wouldn't Cody not win the match? Unless they wanted to put Shawn Spears over. But he didn't. He ended up hitting him with his patented move of his finisher, and then he decides to go with the figure four leg lock, and he gets the win. Very physical match. They're using what I call it the barriers. The steel barriers on the side there. Even Jericho even said because he saw Shawn Spears pull one off, and with the stand is still on the ground, he pulled the top part off. And Jericho's like, "Oh, that's a good thing to take note of because I'll use that next time." Jericho, and he had it up against the ring, and he flipped Jericho. I mean, not Jericho flipped Cody onto it, and he landed very awkwardly on his ankle, and could have easily injured his ankle, but in the end, he ends up winning. Cody does with the figure four leg lock, and that was the main event for Dynamite. It was really a good show. I think it's definitely better than NXT this week. Perhaps there's a reason why NXT is losing in the so-called Wednesday Night Wars with AEW. I did my video, uh, posted it up last night. It was my thing for NXT, and I'm thinking I was kind of like the same kind of tired when I watched NXT. Maybe if I watch the Gargano Ciampa match again, maybe I will like it. I didn't like it, and if you want to see what I thought about it, please go check out the video and see for yourself what I thought. Anyway, it was a really really great match. It was definitely the highlight. It was definitely the Matt Hardy compound segment. Really really calling out the elite. I mean the inner circle, and pretty much making light of them and making fun of them and trying to. I guess he's trying to get under their, make them hot under the collar, if you will. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with this. The elite and the inner circle are having a pretty good feud, and to throw Matt Hardy into the mix is great. But I'm hoping that my thinking is that Matt Hardy and the Dark Order are going to clash. Him and Brody Lee, I think, could do some really great back and forth. And hopefully that's going to be the setup for maybe if not this year or not later this year, maybe next year. But anyway, that's my review and my thoughts on AEW Dynamite for April 8th, 2020. And for those of you who stopped by, I thank you very much. And for those of you who have not subscribed yet, please do so. I'd appreciate it. And if you do, please click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload a video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media outlets that you have, whatever social media platform that you use. And well, that's that. And again, I appreciate you stopping by. And in closing, and as always, take care.